5.2, adding and subtracting polynomials. It's MA 912, AR 1.3, and MA 912, F 3.2. So you're going to identify the degrees and leading coefficients of polynomials, add polynomials using a horizontal or vertical format, and then subtract polynomials using a horizontal or vertical format. Some previous definitions you should be made aware of. Monomial, it's a polynomial with one term. Binomial is a polynomial with two terms. Trinomial is a polynomial with three terms. I started this because it says in order to be a polynomial, all exponents must be positive whole numbers, which means we are not allowed to have decimals, fractions, radicals of any sort. They need to be positive, negative integers. Okay, so determining degrees and leading coefficients. Example 2, remember, positive exponents is the only thing allowed. So they gave us a polynomial. It says 4x squared minus 5x to the 7th minus 2 plus 3x. To determine the degrees and leading coefficient, first you need to write it in standard form. Standard form means in decreasing power. So first thing, highest power is a 7. So you're going to write negative 5x to the 7th, followed by the power of 2. So it's positive 4x squared. Then the positive 3x. Then the negative 2. Our degree is based off the highest degree we see. 7 is the highest power, so the degree of this polynomial is a 7. The leading coefficient is based off what is attached to the highest degree. So it's a negative 5, so your leading coefficient is a 5. When we look at the second one, it says 4 minus 9x squared. Again, highest power first, so it's negative 9x squared, positive 4. The highest power is a 2, so your degree is a 2. The leading coefficient is a negative 9, so your leading coefficient is negative 9. On the C, 8 is still 8 for standard form. The degree, since there is no x, your degree is going to be 0. And then the coefficient is just the plain 8 repeated. On the last one, it says 2 plus x cubed minus 5x squared. Power of 3 has to come first. So x cubed minus 5x squared, positive 2. Now, the degree is a power of 3. And the leading coefficient, remember, this implies, even though it's not there, that there's a 1. So your leading coefficient is a 1. This is going to encompass examples 3 and 4. So we are seeing it as a horizontal spread. It says 2x squared minus x plus 3 in parentheses. Then we're going to add the parentheses 4x squared minus 7x plus 2. Then we're going to add the parentheses negative x squared plus x minus 2. The fastest way to do horizontals is group your powers. So I'm underlining all my powers of 2. I'm going to write a parentheses. I'm going to write 2x squared. Then we have a positive 4x squared. And then we have a negative x squared. I'm going to put a plus sign between it. Then I'm going to underline my x's now. So I have a negative x, a negative 7x, and a positive x. A plus sign. And then now you're doing your coefficients. We have a 3, a 2, and a negative 2. So we have a positive 3, a positive 2, and then a negative 2. I grouped all my x squares together, all my x's, and then my plain numbers. Now all you do is combine like terms. So 2 plus the 4 is 6, minus 1 makes it 5x squared. And then in parentheses, we see negative x and positive x cancels out, so you get negative 7x. And here we see the 2's cancel out, and we have a 3. So your final answer is going to be 5x squared minus 7x plus 3. When you look at B, B is in vertical format. So you're adding straight down. Think of back into your adding long term, all long numbers. So these are going to add down. We had 7 plus 7 is 14, minus 8 is a positive 6. Negative 1 minus 4 is minus 5. Minus another 2, I'm negative 7x. Notice that the variables line up. These are all powers of 2. So $2 plus 3 is 5, plus 4 more is 9 of them, 9x squared. I had 5x cubed and I spent $1 x cubed, so I have 4x cubed, and you're finalized. On examples 6 and 7, it's now subtraction. When there's a minus sign between the parentheses, remember you need to distribute that minus sign. So I'm distributing the minus sign, and I'm gonna change my thing. So I see 3x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3. I'm putting a plus sign now because I'm distributing that minus, so I'm getting a now negative x cubed, a negative 3x squared, a positive x, and a positive 4. Now we can do our groupings like we did example 3 and 4. So powers of 3, we see this one, 3x cubed, and so I see 3x cubed minus an x cubed. Then I see powers of 2, negative 4x squared, negative 3x squared. Plain x's, I'm looking for plain x's. There's only one, but there's none in the first one, so I put a 0 for it, plus my x. Then I have a 3 and a 4. So 3 minus the 1 makes it 2x cubed. Negative 4x squared and negative 3x squared is negative 7x squared. 0 plus x is still x. 3 plus 4 is a 7, and it's finished. On B, notice it's in vertical format. There's a minus sign on the outside of the parentheses. So we have to distribute that minus sign straight through. So the first one is sliding over. 4x to the 4 minus 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x plus 8. And now I'm distributing that minus sign straight through. I become a negative 3x to the 4, a positive 2x to the 3rd. There is a space here because there is a space. We don't have a power of 2. Now we have a negative 3x and then a positive 4. And now we're just gonna go add down. 4 minus 3, 1x to the 4. Negative 2 and positive 2, they cancel out. 5x squared with nothing is still 5x squared. Negative 1 and negative 3, negative 4x. 8 plus 4, positive 12. And we're finished. On example 8, we have parentheses negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 3, close the parentheses, minus the bracket, which then contains the parentheses 4x squared minus 5x plus 8, minus 2 times the parentheses negative x squared plus x plus 3, and then they close the parentheses, close the bracket. When you see something like this, you need to work from the in order of operation, inside out. So I am distributing first this negative 2 into my parentheses. So you're going to rewrite, bring down negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Minus sign, bring down the bracket, bring down 4x squared minus 5x plus 8. And I'm distributing that minus sign through. Negative and negative makes it positive 2x squared. Negative and positive, negative 2x. Negative and positive, negative 6. And I close my bracket. I still have a bracket here, but I want to combine my like terms. So 4x squared, 2x squared can combine. So the first one still slides down, 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Now I see 4 plus 2, that is 6x squared. Negative 5x, negative 2x, that is negative 7x. Positive 8 minus 6, that is positive 2. Now we have a minus sign in front of the bracket. This minus sign needs to distribute. So we see negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 3 minus a 6x squared plus a 7x minus a 2. Everything is out. All you got to do now is combine like terms. Powers of 2 should come first. Short $2, short 6, I am short 8x squared. X's, you have positive 4x and a positive 7x. We have a positive 11x. And then your plain numbers, negative 3 and negative 2, we are a negative 5. Okay, in example 9, it says geometry area of a region, says find an expression for the area of the shaded region in yellow. So we have a rectangle that has a length and a width. And then there's a rectangle cut out on the inside. It's drawn with a length and a width. And they want the area of the shaded portion. So I'm eliminating that small rectangle. So in order to do this problem, we want the area of the large minus the area of the small is how we have to do this problem. So remember that the area of a rectangle is length times width. So the area of the large is going to be 3x times x, so it's 3x squared. The area of the small is going to be 8 times 1/4 x, which becomes 8 times 1 is 8, divided by 4 is 2, 2x. So we have our area of the large, area of the small, and they want an expression for the area of the shaded region. So area of shaded is going to be the large, area of the large, minus the area of the small. So area of the shaded equals 3x squared minus 2x, the large and the small. That'll give you the area of the shaded